What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the House of Dre. And today we got another Naruto little thing from Facebook themselves. They said these are uncommon thoughts in the Naruto universe, apparently. So let's see if they cooking on this one, similar to the last one. If you haven't seen the last one, make sure you do. Let's get started. It says the Chunin arc Sasuke would beat Chunin arc Neji if they fought. So let's talk about this. I always see a lot of back and forth between these two. I've seen this before. It's not the first time I've seen this one that people believe this, but personally, I don't think so. Why do I don't think so? Well, first of all, whenever Neji, don't forget Neji trained with Rock Lee, right? Rock Lee, without his weights on, is what Sasuke's speed became. So once he removed the weights to move around and Sasuke was able to start doing that, he was able to go toe to toe with Rock Lee was able to fight Garo at that speed. So whenever Sasuke fought Gaara with the same speed that Rock Lee had, I think that makes a lot of people think that Sasuke could touch Neji in a battle. Definitely not. Definitely not. Neji didn't look like he was surprised about anything that was happening between the Rock Lee and Gaara fight. And not only that, he didn't have like a crazy reaction whenever Rock Lee took the weights off, whenever Rock Lee used the 8 gates. It seemed like Gaara didn't have, I mean, not Gaara, it seemed like Neji didn't have a response because it's either A, he was surprised about it, or B, he already knew about it. It's one or the other. I'm not too for sure how that goes. But Sasuke coming back from his training versus Neji, if he would have defeated Naruto, if these two would have fought, there's nothing in Sasuke arsenal that Neji couldn't overcome. You know what I'm saying? Sasuke, yeah, he learned Chidori, but he had to, you see how far away that he had to go to build up Chidori just to get enough speed. So he wouldn't have enough speed to even hit Neji. And then even with the speed he had, who said that rotations wouldn't be able to stop that? I don't think Sasuke has a counter to the gentle fist technique either. Quite honestly, I think Neji, I think they had it right. Neji and Gaara are like the top two, and then you can go Rock Lee as the next one, and then everybody else ranks underneath them, in my personal opinion. So no, I think Neji would have bodied Sasuke, in my personal opinion. That's just me. Uh, let's see what the next one. The next one, this guy Kakashi wouldn't know he's outclassed, but would never in his life duck a fade with anyone. Yeah, why wouldn't he? Yeah, why wouldn't he? He has to figure out what he is it's the best thing that Kakashi does, especially between the part one and part two. Part one, Kakashi was out of his prime. Not out of his prime, he was out of shape. I'll take that back. He was out of shape when he became the fighting. But in part two, he got back into shape and he started relying more on the Mandikyo Sharingan, which had drained him so much of his chakra that throughout the series, quite honestly, I think this has been told by so many different the Naruto fan base, that the Sharingan actually limited Kakashi because his chakra pull was getting pulled from the Sharingan itself. That if he didn't have the Sharingan and he was just regular Kakashi, Kakashi's more of a threat without the Sharingan. The other thing the Sharingan did was for him to just copy more Jutsus. That's it. But when you copy over 1,000 Jutsus and seen every Jutsu that you can possibly see from when he got it all the way up until his adult age, I don't think there's a Jutsu that Kakashi has not seen that he couldn't go toe to toe with. So he's one of those figure it out on the moment, try to find ways around it, and then pass that information on to anybody. Quite honestly, let's be honest here. Not only that, he kind of like, okay, I might be outclassed, but there might be something that we could potentially do, and if it doesn't work, it's whatever type deal. And Kakashi is my favorite character from Naruto, so that's just me talking bias most likely. Next up is when Choji proved to us that he was never the weakest on his team, and it was truly Kiba. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'm not a fan of Kiba at all. Never has been. Never will. Think he's one of the useless characters in the entire Naruto verse. But yeah, Choji, whenever he popped them pills to fight against one of the Sound 4 ninjas, and we showcase what he can do and what his potential looks like. And then you fast forward to the war arc to where he's able to hit that same transformation, when he's able to hit that transformation without having to use the pills, that showcase growth, that showcase how strong he truly is. And quite honestly, this made Kiba look inferior. Like even Hanada got a small little upgrade throughout the series where she learns rotation, she learns air palm, and then in the movie, the Naruto, the last movie, she ended up bringing in that twin lion barrage technique. What her and Naruto did, beautiful work. And then we got Kiba. He just, Kiba just Kiba. Let's be honest here. Kiba is just Kiba. Next up, we got when Sasuke realized he still wasn't stronger than Naruto, and it made him leave the village. Uh, yeah, this is one. This is one to where Sasuke always thought he was stronger than Naruto, which made sense because Naruto really didn't have too much skills that Sasuke couldn't, get over. Let's be honest, he couldn't really get over. But during that little small little on top of the rooftop little small battle that they did do, and then Naruto's Rasengan could have really screwed up Sasuke. Yeah, I think that also helped push him to like, all right, clearly all these other people are stronger than me. Like, I think he was off. I think he was okay if he knew Rock Lee and Gaara and Neji were stronger than him. But Naruto, somebody that he didn't. He was like, man, Naruto can't do anything that I can't do. And then Naruto did that, fam. He was cooked. He already knew he needed to get strong enough to beat Itachi. Let alone now Naruto. Now Naruto's pushing the envelope. Yeah, he definitely had to leave. It was a foregone conclusion that that man had to go. Next up, if the Hidden Leaf never had any problems, so this is what they'll look like. Of course, we got the Uchiha clan in general at their primes. You got the legendary signing. You have Kakashi and his father. Man, yeah, this. I don't know. I mean, yeah, they'll be like a really, probably one of the most powerful um villages in the entire show. Even though I already feel like that's what they are already. All this does now is just pretty much putting everybody at certain points in their peak and stuff in one village. At the same time, we can't sleep on the other villages and stuff too. They also had their in the conflict that we really didn't get to hear too much about. So like Sasori of the Red Sand, what if he stayed behind? Him and his puppets, along with Gaara and them, all of them together, combining up together. That would have been something. You can't think about the Cloud Ninjas, and I ain't gonna lie, I don't know who all coming from the Cloud Ninjas, but the Cloud Ninjas in general, they both had the Eight Tails and another tail beast, if I'm not mistaken. They had the Second Tails, I think she was part of that group. The second or third Tails was part of that too. So having two of them, let's be honest here, that'd been kind of OP. You can't forget about the Hidden Mist village with the seven ninja swordsmen of the Hidden Mist. So imagine all of them stayed in the Mist village and how strong they would have became, especially training the next generation. The Leaf would have some problems. I mean, the Leaf would be OP, but we can't forget about the other villages that will also have some really OP characters running around doing some crazy stuff. We can't forget about them too. But yeah, I agree on this one too, though. I ain't gonna lie. How Tomirama sees the Uchihas. That's funny. I get the joke, but at the same time, he just kind of understands them. You know what I'm saying? Especially running into Madara. Man, Madara just put like this magic. Madara was the head of the Uchihas, and that man was such much of a headache that only his brother was able to match him in strength. And then he was like, man, we can't have another one because we have another one. We cooked. Y'all don't forget, Tabarama also had another Uchiha part of his group. So it's not like he hated them or nothing. He just understands them more than anybody else does. So, I mean, that's how you want to. If y'all want to see it like that, I don't. That's a running joke, but come on now, let's be real. Next up, we had Hashirama died and his cells alone still had the show in a chokehold. Yeah, he had his cells alone faced what became a massive problem. They wanted to repeat that, which was almost impossible. Like the only person that had wood style release was Captain Yamato, and then his wood style was clearly absolutely nothing compared to Hashirama's. Hashirama's sales was so legendary that you have Orochimaru continue to experiment on it. You had what was it, Zepsu and them, and had it part of Obito's body to keep him healing nonstop to make sure his Sharingan didn't make him go blind in that eye. I mean, yeah. I mean, you had the number one. You had a character who didn't wave any signs, and he had self healing. That's OP. So yeah, definitely, yeah. One of the yeah. That's the reason why he was the god in first place. This next one saying when the favorite teachers link up to talk to for 3 minutes. Hey, fam, this ain't no Naruto thing. That's cool. Okay, cool. We got Kakashi, we got Gojo, and we got Eraserhead. Okay, cool. Why we got them all together? Because they got similar. I mean, they all cool. I mean, I like all three of them. I think this would be a three-headed. I think this would be an awesome three-headed monster, though. You got a Eraserhead who can negate negate quirks for a little bit. Gojo's six eyes, along with his what is it called? I forgot the name of it. Where he can just pause everything. I forgot the name of it. I'm losing track of the name that quick. And then of course you got my boy Kakashi. I mean, yeah, I think they all fan favorites. Let's be honest here. They all fan favorites, but this ain't no Naruto post. What we doing here? Gotta do better. Next up, we got the most screen time she had was when she got slimed out by Tamari. She was used to make other characters look tough in battle. No, I think she's just one of the useless characters. I think this is the definition of one of the basics useless characters in the show. Now, granted, I will say this. Now, granted, the fillers also helped her out a little bit. They had that filler where they were trying to capture that was Three Tails. That was either Three Tails or Four Tails, the big turtle one. And she was in there, and they asked her why she didn't learn healing. Why she hasn't learned how to heal. She said that she can't balance her chakra that way, and that's the reason why she decided not to go forward. That's cool or whatever. But she's a weapon user. She uses tools and stuff, and people get over her tools. There's nothing else she can actually do. Let's be honest here. She just holds all the weapons necessary for the ninja world. Now, I know a lot of people's feet was like, oh well, she touched the Sage of Six Paths weapons and stuff. Like, yeah, you guys don't remember she almost died by using it like once or something. She almost died using it. They was like, we gotta get this away from her because this thing is draining your chakra. She's like, no, I'm just so good with it. And she was walking and she barely can walk correctly because that thing was draining her. It's a good feat, but I mean, those tools were used and then disappeared so quickly in the show that it really didn't expand on the, I guess, importance of the weapons. I guess you could say they was important or non-important. It was just like, yeah, this is the Sage of Six Passes weapons. And then Kikiku and Genkiku, the Gold and Silver brothers, they used it, but then after that, we don't see it ever again. It's never brought back up in anything like that. So I think that's just a misuse. I think they could have done a little bit. I think they could have done something with those weapons. Let's be honest here. Next up, the bro was the only ninja that never upgraded his jutsu. Nothing has changed for him except for his dog getting bigger. Well, we already jumped on Kiba's case, and I mean, he did get an upgrade. I mean, well, his jutsus didn't get an upgrade. I think he got to the point. No, I take that back. No, he really didn't get too much of an upgrade. His hair grew. I mean, that's about it. He was still cocky, which is kind of crazy, because it's like this is the only time that like his biggest feat so far. No, I can't say that. His biggest battle was one of his biggest battles for him versus Naruto, and Naruto got him kind of too easy. And then his other feat was going against one of the Sound 4 with the twin body. And even then, he didn't really have a crazy death battle compared to everybody else. Everybody else was like hospitalized. And I think he was the only one that really wasn't hospitalized. So give a take on durabilities on that. But his clan really wasn't supposed to be OP. I think he might have been a standout, but his mom looked like she was a lot more stronger than he was. But Hey, like I said, he didn't really wasn't that important of a character in my personal opinion. One of the useless characters in the Naruto verse, but that's just... Next up was who let this kid become a ninja? How did he become a guinea? How did he ever think he would be Hokage? And how he get packed up by a paper bomb? This was this not Tsunade's little brother? This is Tsunade's little brother. We don't know what he was going to be, right? Don't know, y'all forget, y'all keep forgetting. I think people keep forgetting, and they forgot this, that during that time frame they were at war. They was at war a lot, so even they sent out their youth to get in war. Don't forget Kakashi, Obito, and Ren. They were like what, 11, 12, 13 years old going to war compared to Kakashi, compared to Naruto's crew that was 16, 17, 18 years old going to war. So who knows what kind of abilities he had and potential he had to be a Hokage. You never know. You know what I'm saying? He probably had potential. He probably was smart, intelligent, all that. It's just in wartime, it don't matter who you are. You'll get packed up. You get packed up. And he's saying it like, no, he got packed up by a paper bomb. Did we forget what Madara was doing to them people? Bro took somebody's paper bomb, slapped it, put it on that person, and just barely kicked them away from him, and then jump as they blew up, as people around them was trying to help him get it off or was confused and they died too. And yet they was in the middle of the war in adults. So come on now. Let's be smart about this. Let's be smart. Next up, this dude Obito was 31 years old, starting a war over a girl who got slimed out at the age of 15 decades ago. Bro was not letting things slide at all. Okay. Yeah. Generation of hatred from the Uchiha clan. You got manipulated by the strongest Uchiha at that time frame, and Madara Uchiha. He asked his best friends to watch over her and had no context that she had the tail beast within her, and she used Kakashi to ensure she was killed to get that seal and stuff off of her. And there's a lot of details that he just did not know, which is kind of crazy. But if it makes sense, because Zepsu was working for Madara, and everything they probably saw, they told Madara, and Madara was like, yeah, don't tell that boy nothing, and just let this happen so he can do what he needs to do. You know, Obito was a victim, let's be honest. Obito was a victim. He could have made some changes, but he couldn't. I mean, he wasn't mentally there all the way. All this stuff happens in the middle of him trying to this everything that's happening just to happen. You know what I'm saying? It just, yeah. I wouldn't let it slide. No, I'm just kidding. No. Oh no, it depends how crazy you get. That's the Naruto world. Don't forget he went toe to toe at a young age against the fourth Hokage and stuff. You know, can't forget about that. So he kind of a dog. Let's be honest. Let's go to the next one here. Cold is stronger than Jogan, but lacks fighting experience. I am not up to date at all about Boruto show, so I'm not even gonna comment on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and skip that one. That's up to y'all Boruto fans that watched it. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on that one. I have no idea. Let's see. Next up is Indra and Ashura are the weakest out of all the reincarnations. What? Nah, they started. What? What? They are legitimately the reason why the reincarnation stuff actually happened. What are we talking about here? This is what they got right here. This the best thing they got. Literally, the people who started the entire reincarnations are the weakest versions of them, despite them having a Susanoo so massive that their fighting alone was so more massive than both of these people combined. They're literally the origins of the Uchihas and the opposite. You know what I'm saying? So how can they be the weakest out of that's crazy work. I think the one thing, I think we got a little bit. I don't think we got the full battle. I think that's something we was missing out on, is watching that in the past. Hagurama and his brother versus Kaguya. The two brothers actually going at it for full episodes, and we get to see that animated. I think that would have shut all them dumb narratives down. Cause this is dumb. The originals are the weakest that are. That's crazy work. That is crazy work. I ain't. Up next, they said double-minded kill Sharingan Kakashi during the Kaguya fight is stronger than Madara. Which version of Madara? Because I know you're not talking about this version of Madara. Okay, no, this version of Madara only had one Rinnegan, and he didn't have his Rinne Sharingan. if you want to argue that, you can argue that version. But as soon as Madara got the double Renegon, the Rena Sharingan, and the fact that he had the what is they called? They call them. I forgot the name of it already. The clones that exist in the different planes that pretty much seem like he's stopping time and punches and stuff. When Madara gets all of that, yeah, Kakashi's cooked. Double Money Kill Shotgun Kakashi wouldn't be able to stand. I mean, yeah, I think they're only saying that because of the perfect Susanoo that he ended up having, and they're like, oh, well, look what he's able to do. Yeah, we didn't get to see Madara fight once he got the double Rinnegan and the Rinne Sharingan. He activated the perfect Susanoo. I mean, he activated the infinite Tsukuyomi, and then when he was ready to throw some hands, when he was ready to throw hands, he was killed off by Black Zepsu. Come on now, come on now. That's why the writer did that, because Kishimoto didn't have no answer to who's going to be able to really stop Madara like that. On top of that, before Madara even do all that, like we literally just saw Madara summon meteors out the sky. Kakashi was nowhere to be found. That was regular Kakashi with one. So double doesn't mean anything. He'll just get outbodied. Those black orbs, the six path orbs would have touched that man at least one good time. He's done for. I don't know what we talking about here. He probably has like a 5 minute activation to even keep that fighting for that long. He wouldn't last too long. Sadly, he wouldn't last too long because Madara is my favorite villain from this. Let's be honest here. Let's see, we got another one from Boruto. Iria has the most overpowered, strongest abilities in Boruto. Like I said, I don't know. Y'all let me know down in the comment section about that one too. I have no idea. Right here, they said Sadara and Hirari are the strongest Korinichi and Boruto. Does Sakura die? Just asking. If did Sakura die all at left field? Didn't they said the homegirl before him had the most broken abilities? So what are we doing here? I don't know. Once again, comment section. Let me know because I haven't watched. I have not watched. Let's see. Kakashi would have beaten Blinded Eye Sasuke if they continue fighting to the end. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Sasuke almost got that man? Didn't Sasuke tag up my guy? Even when he was somewhat blind, he was going blind, and he still, and he was still giving Kakashi some problems in the middle of all that. I don't think Kakashi had the enough abilities to put down Sasuke permanently. Well, it's the same thing where a lot of people went against. Well, no, never mind. But I don't see Kakashi winning that fight. I'll have to rewatch that part, which I am in the middle of rewatching anyway, but I'll have to rewatch that to make sure to see how it really went down. Let's see. They say if Momoshiki took over this current Boruto's body, he would be unstoppable. I don't know. Once again, I don't know. Is that the end of the series? Is that what's going on? I don't know. I heard a little bit here and there about the Boruto series, but not enough to really give an opinion to. So y'all have to let me know. Anything that's Boruto related, y'all have to let me know because I have no idea about anything that's happening right now in that series, manga or anime. Next up, they said Naruto was holding back on Sasuke in both Final Valley's fights. Yeah. Well, duh. Yeah, his plan, both times, it was never about trying to kill Sasuke. It's always been about saving Sasuke, bringing him back to the village, and showcasing Sasuke that he don't need to go seek power by himself, that we can do it together. Sasuke like, nah, it's death mode up in this mamma jamma. It's not surprising. But at the same time, I think the very first one, I think Sasuke was a little bit stronger than Naruto during that time frame, considering that only way Naruto would be stronger if he activated another tail, which I don't think they were trying to do that at all. I don't think that was Kishimoto's plan. It was just to show them right now where they at the very end of part one, at that time period of the story. And then at the very end, of course, Naruto wasn't trying to kill; he was trying to save. So that shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. Next up, it said it really took Naruto until Hokage to buy a new pair of pants. Okay, I'm just gonna just skip that one. I don't really care for that. Let's see. Let's say you get captured by the Kosuke, but instead of hearing Rasengan, you hear heartbreak. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I'm kind of slow. Is that talk about the songs or something? Because I don't really pay attention to the music in anime. I ain't gonna lie. Uh, okay. I'm just gonna skip that one too. Boruto isn't stronger than Bio Mode Naruto. Honestly, I have no ball on that one. Like I said, I have no opinion on this one at all. Once again, uh, from a little bit of the time skip when they started the time skip and stuff, I heard a little bit of this stuff that Boruto was doing. I'm thinking to myself, well, how old is Boruto doing this time frame? Because this is not in the series, of course. So he has potential to get stronger than Biomo Naruto. I mean, that's the whole key. They always told us that the next generation will be stronger than the previous generation. So at some point, Boruto will get stronger than Biomo Naruto. Let's be honest here. But I have no opinion outside of that. And then finally, this is the last one. If I'm not mistaken, it says Itachi is the best Genjutsu user. Um, you can't argue back. I can argue that with you. I can argue saying that he is, and at the same time that he's not. Susui's Kodomanda Kasuku Ultimate Genjutsu was also top tier because he could manipulate people to making them stop, forcing them to stop doing something that they was planning on doing. So when when the Uchiha was gonna attack the hidden leaf, he was gonna use that ability and put them all on the Genjutsu to where they changed their mind and not do it at all just to save the village. So Susui, you can argue Susui's up there with his Genjutsu if you want to argue. Madara didn't. I think Madara's Genjutsu put fear into people more than anything. I don't think he really uses it that well. Sasuke used it a little bit, but he was definitely no master at it. Obito, I don't think Obito really used Genjutsu either. And if he did, it wasn't really that strong because that's not. I don't think that's his forte. If he took out the Uchiha clan and you look at anybody else, I don't think really any more people really use the Genjutsu that heavy in the series that could argue against Itachi. So yeah, I think you can agree that Itachi is the best Genjutsu user. I don't think that's far fetched. I don't think it's a. I think the list ain't that huge though. Let's be honest. I don't think it's a massive list. So I think the list is short, small. But if you want to give it to Itachi, that's cool. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna argue. I mean, I can make a case for people, but it's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's it. That's the end of this. Make sure you guys are keeping up to date. Watch some of these other videos that I've created already. I am in the midst of working on a new death battle that is coming soon. A death battle is coming soon. And yeah, that's about it. Pretty much it. But I'll catch y'all